I used to do my eyebrows so bad. I mean, I would get lots of compliments on them, surprisingly, because looking back at the pictures, I looked like Elmo. Hello beautiful people, it's Alison and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't ever miss out on any videos. So I've been wanting to do an updated makeup, like everyday makeup routine kind of thing, just because little things change every year, just like little tiny things, but I feel like it's changed a bit, or I feel like it's changed a lot. I'm gonna go take pictures today, so I'm like all ready. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wear this jacket yet, we'll see. So since I'm gonna be getting ready already, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my makeup routine. I got some new makeup that I do want to show you guys too. So let's get started. I went to sleep at like, I want to say 2 a.m. last night, so I'm like so out of it. I came back from the gym earlier, and so I took a shower, did my curly hair routine, and I just want to take a nap. But I was like, no, I gotta do these pictures, I gotta study. So when I come back, I'm gonna just change and just pass out. So first things first, I start off with my moisturizer. If you saw the last video, I shared with you guys my skincare routine. I got all these new skincare products, and I'm gonna be using all these new skincare products, and I'm gonna be letting you guys know how it goes, to see if you guys should get them, but all that stuff. Anyway, this moisturizer, I've been using it for a long time. I love it. It is the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion, and I already put that on. And so I got this new primer. It's the Maybelline Master Prime. Yo, my eyes are like falling down. I'm so tired. So I don't really put on foundation all over my face. I only put it in areas where I have like discoloration in my face, like my chin or my forehead, like where my pimples are. Hopefully you can't see them, and under my eyes. And I haven't been doing my eyebrows. Like, I haven't been filling them in, but I do outline them sometimes, or I won't do any of that and just put mascara on and eyebrow gel, and that's it, and I'll go to school. That's if I'm feeling like lazy and I don't feel like doing the whole makeup thing. But yeah, if I'm feeling like cute and fancy that day, I'll do the whole thing. Okay, so I start off with mascara, and you guys already know I use the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara, and specifically in this like pencil, or what, I don't know what to call it, brush. Yeah, okay, I've been using this for a long time. I do recommend it. So I kind of do this little thing for my eyelashes to appear longer. I'll put mascara on the tip of my eyelashes, and like behind my eyelashes, if that makes sense, like the back of my eyelashes, and just like at the tip first. And then I'll let that dry a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and go all the way to the roots and back up. And it just always has worked for me. It's always made them look longer. I don't use the curling eyelash thing. Ugh, why am I forgetting everything anymore? Because it does rip out my eyelashes so much, and it does cut them. So I just rather not have that happen anymore. And I've been using castor oil every now and then on my eyelashes for them to grow faster. And I think it has been helping, but I don't know, to be honest. Okay, that's the first coat. I'm gonna show you guys one eye first, and then I'll do the other one so you guys can see the difference. Okay, so this is it. This is the difference. I got a bunch of it on my eyelid, so I'll go ahead and clean that off. I'm gonna do the other eye now. All right, so next I'm going to be using the Maybelline foundation in shade 130, if I can find it, in shade 130, and I mix it with another Maybelline foundation in shade 330, and for some reason the 331 I got it in matte, and the other one I got it in dewy and smooth. I get a little bit of both, and I mix them because 130 is too light, and then 330 is too dark for the areas that I want to put it on. And I kind of want to use it as concealer, so I'll just conceal under my eyes, on my chin, on my forehead a little bit. So I get just a little bit of both. I put it on my hand and I just mix them together, and it just makes like the perfect shade of like for concealer for me. And I always make sure to wet my beauty blender with a little bit of water and some of my setting spray, which my sister got it for me when she went to Corpus Christi. I don't remember the name of the place she got it from, but this is Beauty Creations Flawless Stay Setting Spray. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of that on my beauty blender, and just dab it, and then I start putting it on my face. And then I go in with the Maybelline Matte and Poreless powder. Yeah, powder in shade 320. And I just go over all the foundation that I just put. And then for setting powder, I usually use the Airspun Loose face powder, but I think I left it at my parents' house, so I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild setting powder in shade Banana, which isn't my shade because it's a little darker. So what I do is I just put a little bit on the inside of my eye, like right here, and then on the outer area of my eye. Now moving on to bronzer. I got this new Wet n Wild bronzer in shade 743B. I contour my face a little bit with it. I just bronze it up. I contour my nose just a tiny bit. So I'll just put a little bit on the sides of my nose just to give it some definition. And then I'll also use it as like eyeshadow a little bit. So I'll just like put a little bit on my eyelid, and then I just go ahead and bronze up my face. So I was supposed to do my eyebrows before that, but I forgot. So we're gonna do them now. Basically what I do is I just like brush my eyebrows upward. Sometimes I fill them in, sometimes I don't. I guess I'll fill them in a little bit today. And I don't fill them up all the way. I just fill them in like at the ends, kind of like making them appear a little bit longer. I use eyeshadow. I don't know if that's weird. I feel like I told you guys that before. I use eyeshadow. I use this shade right here in the James Charles palette. I don't feel like spending money on an eyebrow pencil if I'm not gonna use it all over my eyebrow, or if I barely even touch my eyebrows anymore. I'll just put a little bit on the brush and go over my eyebrows a little bit at the end. I used to do my eyebrows so bad. I mean, I would get lots of compliments on them, surprisingly, because looking back at the pictures, I looked like Elmo. That's why I don't use eyebrow pencils anymore, because I don't know how to control my hand. Like I'll keep shading in, and it'll just keep getting darker and darker until I'm like, okay, perfect. No, it's not, honey. That's all I do. Like I shaded in just a tiny bit. That's my limit. Okay, now that I shaded them in, even if I shade them in just a little bit, I just feel like it looks dark for some reason. Now I outline them with the 130 Maybelline foundation. I outline them mostly at the bottom, at the top of my eyebrows, very little, like just a tiny bit, and I like to blend it out because I don't want you to notice the like outline. I used to do that a lot and it just didn't look good. I just take a tiny bit of foundation. A little bit goes a long way, especially because this foundation is a little lighter than my skin tone. Okay, just like that. That's it. And then I'll do the top of my eyebrow just a tiny bit. There we go, all done. And that's all I do to my eyebrows. And then one more thing, I use the e.l.f. eyebrow gel, and I'll just go over them a little bit, just brushing them upwards, kind of just blending the foundation as well. And then just like I'll move the hair, the little hairs to go down, like I'll move it downward towards the end. I don't put too much because then I feel like they just look really stiff. So I got this new blush at Target. It is the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I've been liking like those liquid blushes. I think they look so cute, or like just cream blushes. So what I'll do is I'll get my lipstick or something that's like close to the shade of blush that I like, and I'll put it on my face. So I was like, okay, it's time to get an actual blush. I don't know, I can't remember how much it was. It's so cute, look at that. It looks like lipstick. It's a little lighter than I thought it would be, so I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger. Shoot, is it a little lighter? Crap. Ah, it is a little lighter. It's not too bad, but I kind of wanted it to be darker. You can barely even see that on my face. You can't even see that on the camera. What I like to do is I like to look a little bit sunburnt, but I also like giving my face a little bit of definition. So I'll go ahead and make it kind of like blend outward. So I guess I'll just put a little bit of this and then I'll go over it with a little bit of eyeshadow, which I've been using. The eyeshadow that I've been using for like blush is, again, the James Charles palette, because it's so pigmented. I love it. So it just works great. I really love this palette. So I'll use this color right here. I'll put a little bit on my fingers, or I'll use a, oh, that's a little too much. Or I'll use a brush, and then I'll put just a tiny bit on my nose to give it that like sunburned look. I'll put some on my forehead a little bit and on my chin. I feel like you can't really see it on camera, but you definitely can see it in person. I love that sunburned look. I don't know what that was. And now for highlighter, I use the Wet n Wild highlighter powder in shade 321B. I've used this for a long time now. I love it. It just makes you look so glowy. So I'll just put a little bit of that on the tip of my nose, and then on the bridge of my nose, and then on my cheekbones. Just a tiny bit, blend it out. I don't like to put too much. Like, the trick is for you to not notice, for like, the people to not notice that you're actually wearing makeup, even though you are wearing makeup and it's obvious, but to like make it look natural. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll do a little bit of lipstick or lip gloss. I guess I'll do a little bit of lip gloss or lipstick, whatever, to show you guys what I do. So I ran out of this lip pencil that I would use by L'Oreal. So what I decided to do, like I like experimented a little bit. I'll get a little bit of eyeshadow, again with the James Charles palette. I use this shade right here, this color right there. I'll use it as like an outline for my lips, and because these eyeshadows are so pigmented, it works great. I used to overline my lips. I don't do it anymore because I don't know, I just feel like it looked a little weird on me. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like they looked a little too big. My lips are already a decent size, so I don't think they need to be overlined. I think it looks gorgeous on anybody else that does it, but it's just on me. I think I just overthink a lot. So now that I outlined it and blended it in a little bit, I go over it with this Maybelline matte lipstick, or matte ink, yeah. And it's in shade 70, looks like this. I've used this for a long time now. I love it. So I'll just put a little bit on the concealing pencil brush, and I'll just dab it a little bit on my lips. Doesn't that look good? I love that. That looks so cute. Okay, now that I put a little bit of that all over my lips, I use the NYX lip pencil in shade Peekaboo Neutral. And I've told you guys about this lip pencil before. I'll just put it a little bit on my lips, kind of just like mixing that in. I'll just put that like towards the inside, like right here of my lips, and like up here. And I'll like mix that in, and it just like smoothens it out, but I'll rarely put on lipstick. So now to finish it off, I put on some setting spray. Okay, so that's all I've been doing for my makeup recently. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and go take pictures for Instagram. Those pictures should be up already by the time you guys see this video. So you guys can go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you'd like. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like this video if you liked it, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys. Lonely, you're the reason why I can feel those butterflies when I go to sleep at night.